You can bet your bottom dollar. Great programming coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Stand by. Hold on. Talk at its finest, coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 2 minutes, stand by. We know what guys are talking about. Stand by. A great show coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 30 seconds. Stand by. Don't go away. Stop, stop, stop. If they're talking about it at the barbershop, we're talking about it here on SME. Great show coming up in about 30 seconds. Don't go away. Stand by. It's time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Another great product on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yeah!
It should go just like we talk normally. Right. That's the idea. We ain't trying to, pretend like, we ain't trying to, because we can curse. We can do the, what I'm saying? We say the hell we want.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. Your man Trey, Fraser here in the house. Maestro Styles in the house as well.
Yep.
Just want to remind you folks to check out the Facebook page, Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. We also are on Twitter at Barbershop SPOR2. We got the Instagram page popping at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. And if you got any questions or comments, you want to hit us up through email. Email address is barbershopsportstalk1@gmail.com. Maestro, what's good, man? What's going on, man?
Man, never dead, never dime. Police still killing black folk, you know what I'm saying? And, we still looking for change, man. Enough is enough.
Yeah. We looking for change everywhere, man. It's crazy. I mean, with the election stuff going on, I'm sure, they're getting a kick out of that. I just happened to watch the DNC last night, and all the mothers to the fallen, Eric Garner's mom, I think, was there. Sandra Bland's mother was there last night, giving a nice, powerful speech. So it was great to see that view. I think about 8 mothers was there up on that stage, doing their thing there. So that was a great sight to see last night. Even though when I watch these things, and even the Republican conventions, these things are clown shows at the end of the day, man. It's just hard to get into it. I mean, no matter if you're Democratic, Republican, or conservative, these things are just clown shows when it's all said and done, though.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I'm not a voter. I mean, anybody that know anything about me know that. I mean, I feel y'all on the sense that even if you don't necessarily vote for the president, the presidents or whatever, that you should at least vote for your local your local officials and all that. And I mean, and maybe there is some validity to a lot of people's arguments that I have, but I mean, when I look at the government as a whole, man, it just really feel like they ain't rocking for me.
Some things stay the same,
yeah,
no matter who's in the office.
Right, yeah, right. And and maybe that'll change when my tax brackets change. I don't know, but for right now, it just don't. I don't feel nothing. I don't see nothing. I mean, I hear things and maybe on a higher level from shit that I'm not seeing, maybe it is affecting me.
Right.
But it's just I'm not feeling or seeing too much major of a difference. I feel like irregardless of who is elected and who is in office and who is in power, I'm still gonna be good. I'm gonna be alright at the end of the day. And I don't really support none of these folks. I mean, I gotta abide by the law, and I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach my kids to do that.
Right.
But
sure.
at the end of the day, I mean, whoever's in power, I mean, it's just a lot of power for a small amount of people to handle.
Well, Maestro, I hope that one day something could change within the government to allow you to become a voter at some point.
Probably won't.
What I would say to this is, I think each one of us as individuals, we vote for a particular person because we feel like that person can affect our daily lives, whether it's finances, whether it's schools that our kids attend, whether it's any of the other stuff that we're affected by daily. We feel as voters that we have the power to make that happen. Now, when they get into office, it's another situation. It's another deal.
I mean, I think that's the innocent premise of voting. I'll be honest with you, I don't think a lot of people truly think, like, let's keep it. I mean, I'll pose this question to you as a voter.
No doubt.
Do you really think Hillary Clinton is going to affect positive change in your personal life?
Well, since you brought up Hillary, I'll answer your question and then I'll talk about how I feel about Hillary. No, I don't think things are going to change, especially with the climate we're in right now. As far as Hillary Clinton's concerned, I don't feel like she's a viable candidate. I don't feel like Trump is a candidate. Quite frankly, I didn't feel like Bernie was a qualified candidate. So, and to be honest with you, there's times where I feel like I don't even want to vote this coming election.
Yeah.
It's just times I feel like that. And now maybe that might change come November. But right now, I feel like, we getting the same nonsense. It's like Trump wants to lock Hillary up because of email crap. And, Donald Trump is like the modern day Hitler.
So let me ask you this. We talked about this off the air. We talked about Umar Johnson's Breakfast Club interview.
Yep.
And he talked about how, Barack Obama needed to be called to the carpet for his lack of, representing the black people, representing us.
Right.
And that he hasn't been called to the carpet. And in his 8-year term, all he had, I mean, he seemed to, cater to all other, nationalities, beliefs,
right,
outside of the black.
Yeah, I don't think he being Barack Obama, I don't think he was catering to the other groups of people.
Well,
I think what's happened here is that, like other previous presidents, they gotta, like, I'll give you a good example. I heard this on radio today. I remember Martin O'Malley, former Maryland governor, former city of Baltimore mayor, come out to one of those conventions. I think it was for Hillary Clinton. I remember him coming out on stage and shouting the phrase "All Lives Matter," and I remember him taking some heat for that from the black community.
Sure.
Now, what I understand is that he kind of had to say all lives matter because he's catering to
an entire world,
an entire nation versus just one group. So to compare it to what Obama has been doing or what he hasn't been doing, I felt like Obama kind of got to cater to the nation because, president's going to take criticism either way.
Yeah, that's clear.
He's going to take
every
criticism
president is going to take
either
criticism.
way.
Yeah, either.
So there's really no way that he can win in this situation.
Well, but to your point though, and I kind of thought about it, and again, I'm not super political. I'm just not. But when I think about this, and this is no slight to any other nationality, race, creed, religion, belief, whatever, I think about all the conversation in Obama's tenure that had something to do with the LGBT community.
Yep.
It seems, me just looking on the outside, it seems he's very active in that. You know what I'm saying? In that front,
right? Seems like everybody's active in that front,
right? And that's not to say that front is more or less important than black people,
right?
But it's just to say, okay, you can put that much energy into that,
right?
The problem that I kind of have with the premise of this is he got a whole nation to take care of,
right?
My problem with it is that, okay, well, we're a part of the entire nation, so it doesn't. So it should at least feel like even if it's a faint amount of support or that you bring to the African American plight, we need to at least feel that little bit, or at least we could say, okay, he gave us this little bit, and he tried,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Sure.
I don't know that we can take away, and if anybody, feel free to hit me and give me your opinion. I don't feel like anybody can come away with this and say, once he's out of term and we reflect on his tenure,
right,
that we can say, he represented us well.
It's going to be pretty.
And I mean on a political standpoint. When it comes to the puff pieces, why him being being as charismatic as he is, and
right,
the novelty of how great Michelle Obama was for black people, as far as she was essentially flawless through her tenure. Nothing wild came out. She picked the right outfit every time she came out. She picked the right agendas. Not saying that
she's always on Jimmy Fallon's show.
And it's not you know what I'm saying. She did the right things where nobody who is truly objective could have something bad to say about her, reflecting on Barack Obama's tenure. So with all it seems like they were good for making people believe that black people could be president.
Right.
But when it speaks as far as to the political issues that affect us as a culture, I can't honestly say that I feel like he's addressed a lot of it.
Yeah, in some respects, I feel like he's kind of had to temper what he really feels about it, because something tells me deep down inside he wants to cater to the black community more than what he has. And then there's that side, I think, where it's like, dag, okay, I kind of got to keep it PR. So I kind of got to address the nation as a whole versus addressing the black community. But
the end result of that is the black community, suffers. It's not so. I get it. Like, you want to stay president, you want to be considered a good president.
Right.
But if these issues aren't, at least addressed in a fashion better than talking about it in press conferences, then what good were you for us? I mean, what good were you for us?
In terms of, we're just talking about what's happened with relations between the black community and the police department.
No, I'm not just talking about that.
Well,
I'm talking about because